All right, big homie CC. Glad to have you back on Capone News, man. How you been?
Again, what's the word, brother? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Glad to be back. We back at it.
Man, that's what's up, man. You been gone quite a while, man. What have you been up to?
I've been doing what I always do, bro. Fighting evil. Right now, tracking a group of Ugandan dudes that have a cult, and pretty much they cannibalize children. Pretty much. That's what's going on. I'm out here working on that. Just fighting evil, bro. Staying the course, living my purpose, just like that. Doing podcasts, you feel me? I'm on a crazy podcast tour. Did a month in Europe. This a month right now in Kenya. They got me going to South Africa after this. They got me going to Australia, then to Germany. So just grinding, Gam, just grinding.
Man, that's what's up. What is like some of the lessons that you've learned from being out there, or like what are some new experiences that you've been through?
Man, okay. One of the main experiences that's been like the biggest difference is going to be the cultural norms. So like, don't you know how if we sneeze, everybody's rushing to say bless you? Out here that's not a thing. So like, if you go to London, tipping people is not a thing. Can you imagine that? Tipping at a restaurant or a bar is not a thing.
Really?
In London, that is not a thing. You feel me? Just seeing how vast the world is, bro. Like, it's so many different people living their life. And the biggest thing is, it's like it's almost the same, but it's not. You feel me? It's a eye-opening experience, to say the least, bro, because, bro, the world is vast. Because I go from one city, I see foxes in the street, I get to cities out here, it's actual baboons, like monkeys. I was staying in Ukunda. The monkeys is coming on the porch, ransacking the whole front porch. I'm putting the trash out there. They ransacking the porch. So I'm like, damn. So I figured out a little system on how to feed them. And then they'll come in the window. They'll come in the window and grab what they want and run. So it's like, damn, you gotta prepare for that. And then, man, not seeing no white police. That's crazy. Like, not seeing no white police officers, like not really seeing no white people anywhere out here in Kenya is crazy to see. You feel me? The people hardworking, they welcome me with open arms, because my grandma is a Maasai woman. Kenya is 43 different tribes, mostly warrior tribes too. So yeah, I've been seeing some crazy shit, Kev. I ain't gonna lie, crazy shit.
What's the hip hop scene like? What do they think about hip hop? Like who's popular out there?
Man, so the biggest rapper, shout out my homie Calligraph Jones. They call him OG. He's sponsored by Monster. I think he's sponsored by Pepsi too, or Coke. He real big out here. But see, like the thing is, they hip hop is like in '07, '08. Like they playing songs from '07, '08 to the 2010s music. That's the music they own when it come to us. It ain't no drill music. Now look, I will say this. I went to one area, I think it's called Eastlake. Bro, do you know them boys claiming 63rd out there?
Okay, wait, hold on. Where Eastlake? Where's that at?
Eastlake is here in Kenya.
In Kenya,
They
got a gang.
Yes.
That claims 63rd.
Bro, they claiming gangs from my city, bro. They take their pictures the same way, the clothes is the same way. So like they whole culture with that drill music, bro, spread this far. And they got all type of bands on it. Bro, I seen a group of guys banging 60, claiming it, bro. Like, claiming it, bro. Talking about Duck, Tuka, all of that. That right there was crazy to see, bro. Like, that drill wave spread this far, for sure.
These would be some crazy people to talk to.
So
You know,
look,
like they must have studied the culture really good.
Kim, on my granny, it felt like I was kicking it with the Gulas. It felt like I was with the guys because we speaking the same lingo from, you know how we talk, what up gang, on phone them. Like they speak just like that. So I'm setting it up so we can interview like some of their artists and stuff like that, because one of them groups, well, they filled up a 80,000 person arena by themselves. You feel me? Like, cause out here, you know, Kenyans support Kenyans, bro. Like, major. So, you know, I'm trying to get us in that international wave now, Cam.
There you go. Shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got some lined up. I was gonna wait till I talk to you though, but I got some lined up for sure. Crazy work. Everybody need to get their passport and travel, bro. Like, the world is a vast place, bro. Mind-boggling. These boys claiming 63rd out here, bro. Fold now on bro grave.
I'm gonna get into some of the newest stuff going on. Queso has been found guilty of first-degree murder, and he's looking at probably a life sentence, and he also has another murder case that he has to fight. But the biggest news that came out of this was that his dad took the stand and testified against him and pointed him out on the stand. You know, did you check that out, and what was your thoughts on that?
I've been paying close attention to this because, bro, did we or did we not see the guy Queso rapping about this, claiming the dude Bibby's murder? We watched him claim all of this. Then he with his family car gets shot up. His dad gets shot, his family gets shot up. He say that he finna step. His pops come with him on the drill. And then he folded. Like, me personally, I'm not surprised because, bro, in the heat of the moment, you can get somebody who not on nothing who will jump in that car in the heat of the moment. But when they put them shackles on you, fold them. They put them shackles on you and you sitting up in there, that concrete wall, you missing them kids, you missing that warm shower, that bed, that food. Bro, dude too old to be he should have never did that shit in the first place. He should have been a real father. You see what I'm saying? He should have got his family out that whole area. Cause that's what my mom did. When we was having smoke with people, when I was like 16, 17, she started moving us around. And it's just sad, bro, because being a gangster, you ain't never supposed to take somebody on a move that you know they not gonna be. Come on, bro. His dad was rumored to be a snitch the whole time. We seen Fulio been saying he was a rat. At the end of the day, this is actual telling. You go on a move with somebody, and then now you're telling on the people you went with. That is actual snitching. Like, I don't know what's going on in the world. Like, they saying the old ladies looking out the window, calling the police, they saying she is snitch. People who don't got nothing to do with nothing, they calling them snitches. This is snitching. And I think it's ridiculous. I think the circumstances are indeed austere. Nevertheless, under no circumstances, when you really a stepper, bro, when you really come outside in that paint, bro, why is you bringing people who don't belong? That old man don't belong on no drill, bro. You should have known he was gonna tell. He wasn't man enough to get y'all out this situation in the first place. Then he go up there acting like he want to cry. He don't want to cry, man. Cause shit, my first enemy was my father. My first op was my pops. So, you know, I'm not shocked by this at all. And this the problem in our community. Instead of standing up and making a change in his family direction, he partake in the foolishness, he's still finna go sit down. They not giving him immunity. They not giving him, he haven't agreed to nothing. He got to testify in order to get a lighter sentence. He's still finna sit down for at least a 10. It's bullshit, bro, ridiculous. That whole family tree lineage gone. The men is all gone. Bullshit.
Yeah, it was definitely, crazy to see, man. A lot of people are, kind of like what you're saying, man. Like they really shouldn't have involved the dad, aside from him.
No matter what he say.
Aside from him already being accused of being a snitch, it's kind of like that's your dad, bro.
That's
like
your
I would
pops.
never involve my dad in any of my criminal activity, bro. Like never.
Never, bro. That's an old man, bro. He not physically or mentally prepared to go up in that lion's den, bro, where his gladiator school at. In the heat of the moment, people will do anything. That's why, we got rules, bro. That's why it's rules to this. You ain't never supposed to make an emotional choice. Whenever you get to stepping, whenever it's time to go ahead and paint, bro, it's a business decision. It should be a business choice. That's why I don't trust people who gotta get off drugs and drink and all of this shit before it's time to go demonstrate, because either you a tier 1 demonstrator or you not. If you got to gas yourself up to go do it, you probably shouldn't do it. And that's what we're watching taking place right now. This is why there needs to be a change in the black community in America, because all we're watching is we feed this cycle of destruction, bro. They pretty much signed up to be slaves now. They're going to go up in there and work for 3 cents an hour? Come on, man. Now who finna be watching them kids now? Come on, man. He got a whole nother that's. But see,
Crazy, man.
all because these labels, they almost passed a bill to fine and sanction labels for empowering street groups. That's basically what this is. The fix is in, man. That's why I thank you for posting and collaborating with us on the podcast, because the truth is indeed stranger than fiction. Because look at the NBA YoungBoy situation. We ain't never seen somebody get this many chances, then get a pardon. Look who he signed to. Look at who the label owners are. That whole little Jewish community owning them labels. Come on, man. It's 10 million for a pardon. These boys getting them. You think Trump ever listened to an NBA YoungBoy song?
Hell no.
Facts. So when you see all of this taking place, this is the conspiracy, which is actual facts. The coincidences I've been trying to tell people about. It's bullshit, bro. Queso ain't had no major deal. But all of the guys who got the major deals, they free on the street with the same charges.
Well, you know what I seen somebody point out also is Queso never did an interview.
Not one time.
So we can't blame the podcasters and the interviewers for this one.
No, he didn't do no interviews, but you see him wearing that Bibby jersey everywhere?
Yes.
Every song, every live, that's all they was talking about. Killer. And then, the guy Ace put 50 on his lawyer. Well, that's not finna do nothing, man. That was a donation, bro. And then, seeing how sad he was, the guy Queso, I'm like, man, bro, these guys convinced themselves watching too many movies. He convinced himself he was coming home, Cam. When they did that 3D scan of his body, you seen his face? And they taking them pictures, he was like, damn, they got me. All that, I'm gonna change my shoe size. But they not out there taking footprints, bro. This is modern technology now, man. They finna 3D scan to match your limbs. And they say they can't use music. Boy, they using that. They're using that. That all them Who I Smoke songs, there's no way I'm finna make a song and list the people we stepped on. Well, watch out. Foolishness. Get you a trade, get you a camera, young. Start you a show, make you some content. Go learn how to install air conditioners. You feel me? Work on cars. It's no future in that shit, bro. It's no future. Cause like where can you even tour with drill music? You ever seen a drill music tour?
I mean, I know dudes get shows, but they're definitely not really gonna do too many shows in Chicago for sure.
Facts. And if you a club promoter, you not finna book somebody who finna bring the shooters out to come kill and tear up your club.
Right.
Trinidad
Yeah, I don't know
James.
who's booking shows now. I don't really see too many shows being booked, but I mean, I did see a lot of duck shows, you know what I'm saying, like videos and everything going on from back in the day, but I ain't heard too much lately. But I mean, they're probably getting booked. We probably just don't know, because if you make this shit so public, it's gonna make it real easy for everybody's ops to show up. And I think, if you got enough smoke, your ops will drive an hour or 2 hours to go get at you.
For sure. You think they drove to Atlanta to try to smoke Fulio?
Right, it wasn't Atlanta, but are you talking about a different time? But yeah, I mean, they drove when he got killed. I think it was like a 2.5 hour drive or something.
Yeah, but before that, they tried to spank him in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? But then they still drove 2 hours inside of Florida to catch him. And then I just don't think that business model is sustainable, because part of booking an artist is that the artist has to post a flyer. If the artist can't post a flyer because the ops gonna push up, then you probably gonna get one show a month. One show a month, at that stage, that's probably like $7,500. You feel me? It's just not worth it. I think it's a scam. Trinidad James is still touring off all gold everything.
Damn.
These guys, they come and they go. It's like a cycle, bro. Vicious cycle. Because you think about it, look at the BET Awards. The company Paramount that owns BET is a little Jewish lady.
Okay, they just canceled the awards, right? Is that what you're talking about?
They just had the recent awards, you feel me? But now they canceling it and they rebranding it. Who are they rebranding it for? It's not for African American people. They don't even own it.
So wait, hold on. The owner, who owns BET? Let me see. Hold on, bro. Are you saying so you're saying Paramount owns BET?
Yes, and the chairman of Paramount is a little Jewish lady.
Who owns BET? There's the flag. Okay, a subsidiary of Paramount Skydance Corporations, CBS Entertainment Group, originally launched. Yeah, so let me see, who owns Paramount? National Amusement, so it's owned by another company, Viacom.
The CEO of Paramount is Brian Robbins, and then there's another lady. Hold on.
Shit, I don't know. It's like a company owned by a company owned by a company.
Yeah, because Trump passed that bill where it's still legal to have an anonymous owner of LLCs and businesses. It's a Jewish lady, man.
Well, we still don't know who Diddy sold Revolt to.
They did the same thing. They passed it off to parent companies, then put it in a trust, so you don't even know who owns it. This shit is all connected. It's like a feeding system.
Okay, so, one of the things that just happened is Jay Reid is pressing charges and suing Adam 22, Loose Cannon, Whack 100, and No Jumper. So Jay Reid is the guy who got that brutal beatdown in front of No Jumper, I want to say in December, January, by Loose Cannon. And when the video came out, the video went crazy. Everybody's seen the video. But, he's suing now $50 million, man.
$50 million? Oh,
that's crazy.
My question to you is this. My question to you is this. How come ain't nobody play with us like that? That's my whole question. Because they was talking all of this crazy shit. We signed up for this. Jay Reed and them boys is old. They like queso daddy. You feel me? You don't get no points for that. But when motherfuckers seen us, it was Martin Luther King speeches. Phone now. Man, hey, Wack thought he was gonna flash that badge on camera. He was gonna flash that badge. Like, yeah, I'm one of y'all. He was gonna get away. No, sir. Shout out Nina boy. No, sir. They say they got him on there as suspect number 4.
Yes.
That's what happened when you come out.
I know he's being sued. I don't know about the pressing charges part for Wack. I'm not sure.
Man.
Probably though. I would assume so.
See, he talk about that diaper company him and Nick Cannon got all the time. People listening to that. Every time he come on the camera, he telling people he worth $200-300 million. Adam be talking that big money talk. Adam, this Adam's second lawsuit.
I think it's more. It might be more than just 2. I think he had a couple lawsuits with employees that got dropped. I know the dude who claimed he got shot at No Jumper. I don't know what happened with that lawsuit. He might have lost that lawsuit too. This one gonna be a little different though, man. I don't know if he could sue Adam personally.
Did you see Adam on the video say he tried to get Wack on camera to admit that, yeah, you got guys beat up on our property? Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No, I didn't.
That happened. You feel me? And Wack like, no, that's not our property. Hold on, what you mean? They arguing about where the location took place. Adam said that happened on No Jumper property. And then Loose Cannon calling from jail, still implicating people. He say Wack knew what was going on, and he say Adam knew what was going on. You saw that?
No. So wait, Loose Cannon. I did see the Loose called in, but I didn't have a chance to look at the phone call. So he called in and said that everybody knew what was going on?
Yes, he called in to confirm Jay Reed's story. There's got to be more careful. When you, I'm gonna get a dictionary, and I got a volume called Stupid Man with the Stupid Plan. And we're gonna get a picture of certain individuals and dedicate their own volume to them to be a stupid man with a stupid plan. Because what are we doing now? If I got an active Fed case, I'm not calling from the jail to talk about shit. Nothing. Hold them. Clown shit. Clown shit. I'm glad. I'm happy to see all of this going on, because when you constantly perpetuate evil, bro, evil gonna come back on you for sure. And that's all that's going on. Because mine coming next. My lawsuit finna be vicious. Because, everybody who they said I didn't work for, I got them invoices. That's why I just stayed quiet. I got them invoices. I got all my receipts, so, and they made money off slandering my name, my business. My lawyer pretty much said I'm old. So, I might put mine at 100 million, bro, grave. Stupid man. Foolishness. I ain't never seen nothing like this. That's why I have to get on up out of there, man. I'm still crusading, bro. I still got more work to do. Like that shit out there is a clown show. Shout out N Jefe though. Shout out N Jefe. I'm trying to get him to come.
And Jefe got some good content he's got going on right now for sure.
Yeah, I'm in talks with him right now to see if he gonna come rock on the podcast with us for a few episodes.
That would be dope.
Yeah, that's gonna go down. Dope. That's about to go down.
So what do you think, man? You think Jay Reed has a legitimate shot at getting some money?
Yeah, he probably get $5-6 million. They probably settle out of court. Because then think about it, bro. In the Rolling 60s indictment, they said they had 20,000 hours of watching No Jumper. Everything with this case is on there. And it's on several websites, several YouTube channels. And all the people involved is steady incriminating themselves. You seen Wack come out there with the man watch and told him to come get his watch on No Jumper?
Jay Reed?
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
You would do that, Cam?
I probably wouldn't do that.
And let's just make it clear, not nobody ever played with me, period. And if they did, they went to the hospital, bro, Greg. Because I see y'all, I remember everybody. So just know, my lawsuit coming next, though, because I got them invoices of everybody I work for. The same stuff I had to put up for this Diddy case they got me in. That same shit, I had to put that same shit up. Prove my whereabouts, show who I work for. I got all of that. So, I hope they ready, because I definitely need at least a salt buck. I'll take a 10. Give me a 10, I'm going to give Cam 2, and I'm gone. You will take $2 million again?
I'll take $2 million.
Say
bro.
less, man. So once I get the 10,
I'm not gonna fight you on that.
I ain't gonna be on that. Say less. Once I get the 10, I'm gonna shoot you the 2, and then you gotta come catch me. You gotta come interview me in person in Africa next, man. I gotta show you around the land, cause they know you out here. You feel me? So they be asking, man, what does Cam Capone look like? I'm looking like, man, you wouldn't believe it. So you might hear that Rialto City playing.
There you go. That'll work. G Herbo was recently doing an interview.
Right.
And during this interview, he said that academics and Vlad should donate $100K because of all the money that they've made off of drill music or drill content and reporting on Chicago.
Ooh, donate $100K to who, the victims of families and stuff like that?
I think it was just in general, you know what I'm saying, to some sort of, to some sort of charity or something in Chicago.
I see what he's saying, but part of the American dream is indeed free enterprise. And, I'm more focused on companies like Pfizer, companies like Johnson & Johnson, they'll sell you a lotion that gives you cancer and then triple charge you the medicine to try to treat the cancer. You feel me? At the end of the day, if people want to go, they didn't create drill music. They ain't created. You see what I'm saying? Like, if people want to go up there and indict themselves, that's on them, bro. But at the end of the day, I don't really know anybody who got rich or blew up and became a big star after doing certain platforms and stuff like that. I understand where he's coming from, because like the whole Chirac Grim Reaper, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, people are enamored by street culture because the people who profit off of it the most never lived it. It don't really exist where they from. Academics pretty much said he was running around outside eating fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an immigrant. You feel me? Vlad is an immigrant. Trap Lord Ross is an immigrant. These are all immigrant guys who are benefiting off a culture of destruction. I don't knock them for it. I see what G Herbo's saying. But if you look at it, all of those dudes is immigrants because they really think it's stupid. They think it's foolish. And they figured out academics wasn't he a mathematical biologist? Yeah,
I'm not sure. Academics is an immigrant? I don't think academics is an immigrant, is he?
Yeah, he's an immigrant. He's from Jamaica.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Vlad is from the Ukraine. He used to be DJ Vlad the Butcher. Like, I grew up listening to his mixtapes and stuff that he mixed up. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't pay attention to the whole scheme of things. Trap Lord Ross, immigrant. All of the biggest, even the dude Flacco, immigrant. These boys are all immigrants. And that just go to show, like, man, the problem is, we had people like Zach TV murdered. We kill our greats over here. So it's just, the immigrant guys, then made a nice little amount of money, built some, but you know, you can't knock the work they put in, building networks, because Vlad had Sneaker Watch before, you know, then he got a whole website. You know, these guys put in a lot of work. I'm not gonna knock the work and effort they put in, because being a content creator takes a lot. It takes a lot. Do I think it'll be an honorable thing to do? Of course. But I don't think they really even respect any of the people that they interview. I think they feel like the culture is indeed foolish. I don't think they respect it at all. So I don't think they're gonna donate anything. I don't think they even care that much.
I interviewed Little Reese a while back, and you know, he didn't hold academics responsible for anything that happened. You know, because I think G Herbo brought something like this up before in the past, and I talked to Little Reese about it, and he didn't. You know, he wasn't mad at academics for calling him the Grim Reaper or anything like that, man. You know, one thing that also happened when you were gone was G Herbo did an interview with academics, and during this interview, G Herbo kind of got on academics about the nicknames that he used to give people when he was covering the war in Chirac.
Damn,
and,
I ain't see that. He did?
Yeah, he did, man. And, you know, he kind of felt like, G Herbo said he felt like, you know, when he was putting these names on people, that they had to live up to these names. And, you know, you were the main name that was brought up during this time, you know.
So what they brought me up in the interview? I ain't watched that. I need to go and do some research.
Yeah. Do you feel like that him putting that nickname on you kind of made you have to live up to that?
Hell no. It ain't make me have to live up to that. Cause I was already doing what I was doing in the streets. So by him saying that shit, I really didn't care about that shit. So I really didn't look at it like that.
So when he was making these names and everything was going on, man, did you feel like it made you an extra target?
Yeah, I feel like it made me an extra target, but shit, I really didn't care, because I don't care what people say. People talk all the time and say shit all the time, so it really didn't bother me.
Does that make him look
you know
good?
What? One of their responses, though, was that, you know, they're not the only one. You know, a lot of rappers have made really, you know, really bad music, you know, about dead people, and that, you know, he was kind of like, G Herbo's not calling nobody else out. What about himself?
Right, right. I feel like what G Herbo is talking about mainly is, it's almost like academics had like a glorification of it, because, you know, people don't understand in Chicago, it's murder over money. And I feel like certain platforms saw that and they took advantage. You feel me? You can't knock them for it. I mean, I do feel like they probably could have gave some money to Rollo and the AR app because they went up there and said too much crazy shit. Ain't nobody stop them. I thought that was lack of professional courtesy. But I mean, all of that shit need to die. Like, all of that shit need to stop. Bro, I'm in London, and I heard a girl say, I want to go to Chicago. She's like, I'm so glad King Von isn't there anymore. I'm looking like, wait, what? Like, one dude is just raising the whole crime rate for the whole tri-state area. Like, that shit is crazy. It be 40-year-old men walking up to me asking me about Von. I'm looking like, he was a kid, he was a shorty. Like, that shit crazy to me. But everybody, like what 50 Cent say? America in love with this gangster shit. They love me. So, you know, gangsters rule the world, bro. Everything boils down to some form of gangsterism. Everything. From a lot of secret organizations out here. There's really just a bunch of gangsters, from the post office to the Department of Energy. That's facts.
The biggest news really that's came out, man, since our last interview has been 4Extra had a horrible accident, and he actually blew off what looks like about 3 to 4 fingers. We don't know exactly how many, but I mean, this picture came online,
I saw that
And
photo.
I mean, it went crazy viral. I mean, from Kevin Gates visiting him into the hospital. I mean, it was nuts, man. And I mean, it was just a complete tragedy. You know, what was your thoughts when you seen that?
My first initial thoughts was when I saw the video of him holding the 2 fireworks in his hand, I screenshotted it. I used AI to enhance it. Those look old. And, you know, if you have any familiarity with explosives, you automatically know that old explosives, you do not use. If the fuse is frayed, you do not use. The top of that fuse was definitely frayed. Because in the hood, guys like to light it, let it burn, and then throw it. If that fuse is a year old, 2 years old, it can burn instantaneously. It can be milliseconds and it's halfway done. And another thing, out there on the West Coast, it's a lot of Chinese manufacturers who making their own shit under the table and selling it. That's exactly what that looked like. And now we see why a lot of these explosives are listed as illegal. Well, people don't have explosive training, bro. And with that much TNT in it, with that much explosive in it, you shouldn't be having it in your hand at all. You supposed to tie an extra fuse to that, light that shit and run. For extra lucky to be alive. What's going on with his homie? They say when he threw the firework, it almost blew his homie face off. We heard anything about that?
Other than that, no. That's all I've really heard about his homie.
That's crazy.
I haven't had no updated news on that, but yeah, man. I mean, they're saying that, like, you know, these fireworks probably come from other countries. So
Definitely.
if one little bit of gunpowder, say, gets on that fuse, because, you know, it's not made in America, so they ain't taking the safety precautions that we would take. You know, a little bit of gunpowder gets on that fuse, and it's gonna explode in 1 second. You ain't gonna have no 30 seconds to get away with it.
Facts, because when you put an igniter onto the fuse itself, that fuse is meant to burn. It's meant to burn. You add something flammable on top of that, you cutting that time down to milliseconds. He lucky to be alive. Hella people was hitting me up about that. You know, I wasn't gonna say nothing until I got all the details, but when I saw that video, I said, oh man, he got them homemade. And that's not a half a stick of dynamite, people keep saying. Like, I've worked with certain explosives and stuff, doing like certain training and things like that. Bro, a half a stick of dynamite, the explosion from that could take off the top of your body. So with the amount that he was using, he's still lucky to be alive. I know people who regular fireworks exploded in their face and they lost an eye. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like your situational awareness got to be at another level, especially when you get in that secondhand fireworks. And that's another thing, like, that's a real unregulated market. Every year around the 4th of July, in areas where fireworks are illegal, you see these little stores and stands pop up with fireworks, right or wrong.
Nah, for real, man.
You see them pop up, and then, bro, you can order explosive fireworks from China and get them delivered here. And so then you got, because look, they found a Chinese biolab ran by Chinese nationals in LA. They had anthrax, HIV, COVID, all type of diseases in this biolab. It was illegally ran. It was shut down, and they was also manufacturing fireworks there. So you never know how that chain of command worked, where things. Okay. If you got a box of handmade fireworks, and this box riding around in the car, some of that shit is gonna get out. How many other people got this shit blew up that day? We don't know. He got internet fame, so his story is this that made headline news. I feel like us as black men, I keep saying this, have to raise the vibration level, because negativity and evil, if you keep perpetuating it, it's gonna happen back to you, straight up like that. Because somebody sold them that. They had two of them. You feel me? We need to find out, somebody to put a GoFundMe together for the guy who lost his face. Where is he at? Shit is nonsense, man. I'm glad 4 Extra is alive. You feel me? I heard he got
one of the things that they're saying, the biggest thing everybody's been talking about this is how is it going to affect him in the LA County jail catching fades. So 4 Extra recently did a video where he says his hand is even better now and he's got all that metal in it.
Oh, you cannot take that up in jail, but that's a weapon. They not finna give you that up in jail. So the guy, remember when I was in Cleveland and I did the interview with Barry Cloudy on the Cloudy Kickback? And he was, he got that same hand because he had a job at a factory. He got his arm crushed in a machine. He got the same exact hand that 4 Extra has. But you cannot fight with that hand, bro. Sometimes his hand get frozen, stuck like this, just open all day. Like, it's really an experimental device that they trying out on people. He's not gonna be able to fight with that. They're not gonna give you a weapon to take up into the county jail, man. Like, that's clickbait. They taking that shit right off. And look at the history he got. Everybody knows him in that jail.
I think it's gonna be like in him.
Bro, no. I seen the device that he's talking about. My homie Barry got one. No, that's not how that works. That's clickbait. I can send you footage of the device that he got. Like, no, bro. Did you see the X-ray or the trauma done to that hand?
I seen the X-ray, but I'm not sure if it was real, so I didn't take it too serious.
Did you see the photo on Reddit of his actual hand exploded?
Yeah. I seen that. Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
And to have his cast, you know, they didn't cut his hand at the wrist. He still got them nerves right there. That's clickbait right there. He don't have no metal bionic hand. Who you think he Iron Man? He Tony Stark.
No, it's not a hand, bro. I think they're saying they put metal in his hand to hold something together or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got metal implanted in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you break your arm, they might put some metal in your arm to help your arm because your arm might not be strong enough.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely not gonna be able to throw punches with it. That shit'll get dislodged and broke. You feel me? They're gonna have to screw that. They're gonna have to screw it in. Pause. Man. We could look.
Okay.
Let's bet $10 right now that the man that he do not have no metal hand that they gave him to be an implant of catching fade. They not giving 4 Extra the fade hand.
The fade hand.
They not. Bro,
I don't know.
If you can get a fade hand, if you can get a fade hand, he'll have 3. 4, he'll have an extra one and both hands fade hands.
All right. Well, Ray J was doing an interview, and in this interview, he surprised Cam Newton when he said that he wanted to take a shower with IShow Speed and Kai Cenat.
Wait.
He asked him, and Cam Newton asked him what his sexuality was, and he said he was straight.
This man is a straight smoothie. I ain't gonna lie. You see that video of Nicki Minaj asking him when is he gonna come out the closet?
Yes.
This man, bro, I'm so tired. This man have a group called the Gagency. You heard about that?
I think you were telling me about it before.
Bro, he have a whole staff of elite gay people that work for him. Shout out to the Rainbow Coalition and all of the Transformers nationwide. You feel me? Do your thing. As long as you're not oppressing nobody, you're not a zest monster. But this dude right here, very suspicious. He was the last person seen with Whitney Houston before she died. He do a lot of very strange activity. Ain't he like in his 40s? Why is he asking to take a shower with them young dudes? That's very Diddy-ish to me. You feel me? That's strange. You feel me? And what's up with Cam Newton? I seen a video with somebody telling Cam he had pretty legs. You saw that?
No, I didn't see that at all.
You gotta pull this up. There's a dude on Cam's show telling Cam, you got really pretty legs. You gotta pull that up, Cam. Cause I don't know what's wrong with Cam Newton, bro. Like, this is one of the greatest athletes we ever seen in our time. And then, he dressing like a zesty court jester right now. That's weird. That's why he's not in the league. Bro, you can't be a quarterback of an NFL franchise dressing like that. Like, that's a conservative world. And I'm like, damn, bro, like you can't get a fade and put on some, that's that Atlanta coming out of him. Phone now. See, that's why I had to leave, because, bro, I don't know what's wrong with everybody. Because ever since it became like a problem to say pause or say, oh man, your ass gay, the whole world been kind of upside down. Like, I'm looking like, damn, that shit weird to me. You found that video?
I didn't watch it, but I mean, I seen the headline, yeah.
What you think about that?
I don't think that, if you're a straight man, you should be commenting on another man's legs.
It's a zest apocalypse. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Guard the women, guard the kids. You need to get you some land.
Sorry, bro. A lot of the times, I mean, dudes could just be doing it because they know it's a headline that's going to go viral. You always got to take that into consideration. Ray J knows if he says some shit like that we're going to be talking about it.
When a grown woman have you on live and is asking you, when are you coming out the closet? That should be a major telltale sign right there. You think Nicki Minaj don't know what's going on? She calling out a lot of people right now.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj be going off, for sure.
Nicki be going crazy. Man, I'm going to pray for Ray J. Maybe the spirit of the zestrosity of who Ray J is, hopefully he can get delivered, because, bro, going on a camera and saying you want to take a shower with 4 other dudes is wild work. Wild work. Cam, if Ray J called you to take a shower, what you gonna say? I just want to see what Gam gonna say.
I'm gonna hang up, bro. I'm not even gonna have that conversation.
Yeah, immediately I'm hanging up the phone. What you talking about, bro? Bro, watch out, dude. Get your goof ass out of there, stupid man. That shit, bro. And I remember growing up, all of the girls was obsessed with dude. So now I see a lot of females who was obsessed with the little feminine guys. All they got is kids now, nothing else. And a zesty baby father. Gots to be more careful. Gots to be more careful.
Well, OTF Vonnie, who was on the case with Lil Durk, is accused of riding in the private jet with Lil Durk to LA. Accused of pretty much orchestrating everything, for Lil Durk, is being accused of snitching. Some guys that are close to Durk posted a picture and they put a little rat emoji over Vonnie. And, so allegedly some text messages leaked where it looks like he just wants to take a deal. Like, I don't know if he's actually cooperating, but it looks like that he wants to take a deal. Now, him taking a deal would be admitting guilt, but it probably, I don't know how the paperwork's worded, but it would probably say that him and Durk were riding on this airplane together going to LA, which, would be implicating Lil Durk and putting Lil Durk in LA during the time of the murder.
Yeah, man, the streets is smoked. There's no honor amongst thieves. It's no loyalty, nothing. I don't understand. Like, bro, I fly private from time to time. One way from LA to Chicago is like 18 to 20 grand. This man put you on a $20,000 flight. And I've seen him change a lot of people's lives and help a lot of people. And everybody's pretty much folding now. The man Vonnie, I seen some things about him saying he can't let them do him like they did the other dudes, the O-Block guys. Murder for hire, a plea deal with that means he has to admit what he did. Him admitting what he did is gonna sink everybody. So they say Diddy trying to take the weight for Dirk, but it's every man for himself when the feds come. That's what I've seen, unless you're like a biker gang or unless you're the Southsiders or like groups like that who got like real structure to the point where if you violate this shit, it's belt to ass. And now I see why all of these groups have these rules like this, because in this situation, it ain't no way Dirk should even be involved in this. And then why you got that many people on the hit? Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like free Dirk, the Devani dude, bogus as hell. Man, there's a lady who's been sending me a lot of information about T-Slick death. And she want the family to know the truth about everything. I'm gonna get that information and I'm gonna send it to you because, you know, once people enter into this space on the internet where your life is now a public topic, that carry a certain amount of energy. And the biggest detective group that exists right now is the internet detectives. Damn near every case we saw, from Young Dolph to YSL, everything gets solved online. So like, law enforcement is using the internet as like a form of AI to put all of the pieces to these cases together. We've seen it in all the court documents as well. Why is people still coming on here indicting themselves? Because the music hit different when they know them killings is real. Who's empowering them? These labels, owned by who? Same group of motherfuckers. People gotta wake up and see what's going on. You see that shit with Vonnie Daddy?
Yeah, they're accusing him of being involved in King Von's death, that Dirk was the one that set it up. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Now see, what did he say? He said Vonnie was supposed to break the money down. He ain't break the money down, not his father telling on him. We see Queso father telling on him. What are we doing here? What has this culture done for people that it cemented itself so well that we can't get rid of it? What has it done for people besides destroy motherfuckers? Bullshit. They should have never been involved in this in the first place. At the end of the day, if you shoot people, you get shot. I know what that's about. I know how that, when I was on the dark side, dark things just happening to me. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know why people feel like they can glorify this shit and think they finna come out on the other side unscathed. Bro, this man trying to cop out to 34 years. You trying to cop out to 34? Like, bro, you telling for nothing. Bullshit, bro. All of this shit is evil, bro, and it needs to stop. We need more rappers like Boss Man, D-Lo, 2 Chainz. We need more like It's Dree. We need more rappers who can put some different. We need more Money Man rappers, like, because what they doing now is they putting the drill scene on the females. You see that?
I haven't seen that.
Bro, you ain't see, what's her name? Mellow Bucks. You see her party get shot up?
Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that next. Yep.
But now here come this whole wave of drill rappers that's girls. Here come this wave. They done already hit them with the whore culture. now they finna hit them with the drill wave. Bro, I protect women for a living. Very few times when I seen ladies in positions where it was time to get wild, very few times have I seen them make sound decisions, because most of the times they making an emotionally charged choice. It ain't no way that if I'm dissing my ops, I'm finna have a party where everybody know where it's at and we just outside kicking it like it's shake that ass time. Boy, hell no, goofball shit. Goofball shit. So now we finna watch the females trying to smoke each other. You feel me? It ain't no way in hell. You see the dude Fatso on there clowning him. Like, that's easy work right there. Like, I don't even understand what's going on and how people can't see it. People can't see it. I ain't never seen a group of people so easily misled, bro. Like, it's ridiculous.
18 people were shot, 4 people killed at Mellow Buck's party, man. These are really horrible situations that I see. It seems like about once a year, I see a tragedy like this happen in Chicago, man. I remember, there was one where it was like, I think it was like 13 people were shot. This was about 4 years ago. I think like 11 of the 13 people were shot were all women at a funeral.
Yes.
And then I think last year something happened too. I don't forget all the details, but these things happen. And then I think something happened in LA recently too. These mass shootings, murders that are gang related just seem to be getting more popular versus when we were younger.
Facts. Because if you had Snapchat on your phone when you was outside in the street active, come on, man, you getting indicted. You see what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have all of that. But after this shooting, she come out dissing. She respond with a diss track. Do that make sense to you?
No.
She come out with a diss track. So what's finna happen now? Her boyfriend got smoked, her other best friend got smoked. Now she dissing. She a rapper. Do you feel like Mellow Bucks is finna pop out with a ski on and go catch some hats tonight? Do you feel like she like that? Do you think that's what she plans to do?
I got no idea.
Not with that weed.
I don't know. Shit.
Bro, ain't no
maybe she like that, bro. I don't know.
Bro, the females who spend $2,000 on their weave, they're not finna go out and slide, bro. Now the motherfucker with the short ponytail, they might get a little wild. You feel me? Like, you got some females that's for them, and you got some females that's girls. Bro, the killers don't care, bro. Whether you could be somebody's grandmama, if you come out dissing the guys, they finna try to spank you. So let this be a lesson to people, bro. Like, we used to be able to hold our homies accountable. Hey, man, your ass tweaking, bro. Stop doing that goofy shit. Now, oh, you a hater. No. Them boys, she into it. Them boys not playing, boy. I don't want to hear no girl drill rap because people so impressionable, bro. Like, so many females be trying to tell me they a gangster. But like, if they cat die, they crying for days at a time. Like, shorty, why you still crying over this cat? You a gangster, right? Come on, man. You got to sew in. Like, what are we doing? You got to sew in. You a slider? Stop it. Stop it, man. Long live everybody who died. Black people got to wake up and stop being idiots, bro. Like, come on, man. It's. I'm in a country with millions of people. I haven't heard a drill song yet. It's Afro beats. They playing our music from the 2010s. They say our music too evil now. Think about that.
Bro, I think about that, but man, if you listen to some music from the 90s, bro, some gangster rap, I mean, you got songs like Natural Born Killers by Ice Cube and Dr. Dre.
Who
where all
funded
they're
those?
doing is rapping about murdering people, man. So it Hip hop's been pretty violent, bro.
Right. Who funded
it's
that?
just a little different now because, you know, these kids, you know, they're actually rapping about the shit that they're currently doing.
For sure. Because for years we heard people say, "Oh, if you ain't really doing it, we don't want to hear it." Then we see these guys come out, they get hot, and they gone after a summer, either dead or in jail. And even back in the 90s, who was funding those labels? The same people that's funding it now. Same people that's funding it now. And that ain't suspicious to nobody.
I mean, if you want to say that it's controlled by the same people, I mean, probably. I mean, but the same people funding drill music, I mean, I'm sure they're the same people that's funding Beyonce, bro.
Did you know that?
You know?
Did you know that with the USAID cuts, certain record labels in third world countries that's making gangster music had to get shut down because they was getting funded by the government?
No, I never heard that.
That's fact. You can pull that up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a dude making a compilation of all of the facts that I spoke in all these different interviews, and he's making a book out of it. Now, what I'm finna start asking people to do is, if you got the BH on your camera, people need to start pulling up the facts to what I'm saying. Because, bro, everywhere I go, bro, I'm getting hugs, I'm taking pictures. I've taken so many pictures here in Kenya. I'm like, damn. It was the same thing in the UK. I'm meeting people shaking when they meet me. I'm like, damn. Same thing in Germany. Even crazier in America. And that means that we making progress. More progress needs to be made because I feel like reality rap is what these guys are making. I don't feel like it should be called drill. You feel me? Because this is their reality. But at the same time, hip hop used to have knowledge in it, uplifting moments, and then it would have that dark side, of course. But the drug trade influenced a lot of gangster rap music. Bro, these guys ain't no drug dealers, man. They addicts with no fathers at the crib, raised by women, emotionally charged, and they going outside with switches. That whole, we bad switches, cause like, bro, you not even hitting shit with that. You hitting, well, that shit bounce so much, and then you got guys 120 pounds trying to hold a switch with a 50 on it. Like, man, watch out. Something got to be done. I'm talking with Michael Franzese right now, trying to organize some of the guys in the city to come together and try to create some different opportunities, because this girl drill rap era that's coming, but I don't think people understand what the ramifications of that's gonna be. I just don't think people understand it. They're banning TikTok in certain countries for kids under the age of 15. For this same reason, it's causing psychological effects on people, making them crash out. Have you ever seen this many people crash out ever in history?
No, it's crazy.
It's crazy work, bro. It's crazy work. Because you and I both have seen some shit. We done been in the street, bro. We done seen shit, bro. But like, what's going on right now is, bro, people is hypnotizing themselves on the phone. I know a dude who used to dance to Pretty Ricky every day. He a killer now. We was like, damn, how? He watching that academics all day. He feel like he know what's going on in the street, and they watch all of these documentaries. Half of that shit be bullshit. And now they coming outside, they a savage. Man, watch your dumb ass on. I'm not trying, that girl drill rap shit is crazy. Gots to be more careful. Something gotta be done. Insane. Free the guys.
Well, we'll stay on the subject of drill
All
rappers or just drill in general, man. A dude from 600 called Wu-Tang is accused of killing T Grizzly's aunt. And the evidence that they have against him is they got his cell phone pinging at the place, And 2 months after the murder, they caught him with the gun and in the car or the truck that was described to be on the scene. Now, his trial just ended, and I believe it was a mistrial. But, you know, it's kind of crazy, man. There's all types of conspiracy theories going around, and they're accusing T Grizzly of paying dude because Buka 600 is seen at his wedding, you know, just a year or two ago. So it's this whole crazy thing. And this dude, you know, nobody even knew about this, man. This dude, 600 Wu-Tang, been in jail for this for years, and the news just really broke, man. You know, did you see that? What was your thoughts?
Yeah, I've been paying attention to that because I was trying to figure out like why some of them guys from Detroit was dissing the guys. I'm like, damn, how could we even have beef? And then I seen what was going on. You feel me? Family ties. Buka is his cousin apparently. First and foremost, rest in peace to the woman who lost her life. I don't see why there should be a reason why she would have to be gunned down. And you know, we was always trained, bro, no women, no kids. So what they doing now, I can never support. I mean, when he pushed up on the window, he seen that wasn't a man right there. I feel like there are underlying reasons because a lot of ladies can be slimy as well, bro. Cause you know, a lot of ladies then called us trying to get somebody taco touch. I just seen it a lot of times. So you definitely gotta have your spidey senses up in situations like this. I mean, it seemed like they was keeping it gangster because, you know, this wasn't coming out. But now that it's out, like I say, the aura of influence from the internet is gonna get a hold of it, and then it's gonna snowball. And I just hope this shit was worth it for all parties involved. And it furthermore lets me know that this cycle have to come to an end because T Grizzly is a married man. I know a lot of people depend on him. Do we have children? I don't know if he got kids.
I don't know.
But like, think about all of the guys right now. Well, Dirk got 10 kids. It's looking like he might catch an elbow. I just don't think that this shit is worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I feel like it's better to walk in the light, find a purpose, find a path, do something. Because, bro, this constant, bro, I done seen death before, bro. I don't want to keep seeing death. I don't even want to be that same person no more. So it's kind of like, if you embodying this, man, your soul turning black. Because if you really pop it, if you really stepping, why do you have your phone on you? Like, since when has that ever been in the rules? If you come, why you got a phone?
Right, and it's not like, you know, this was some shit that happened 15 years ago, bro. Like, the whole don't carry your phone on you if you're going to commit a crime thing. I mean, people been knowing about this, bro. This isn't like some new thing that the police just figured out.
Yeah, they just didn't invent this, Cam.
Right. This has been going on for years, bro. If you know you're going to commit a crime, bro, and you got your phone on you, I mean, I don't know what to say, man.
So that's why it's kind of hard to feel bad for people. It's like, dude, you're calling people before. So he's sitting out there waiting 2 hours calling people, waiting to do a hit. You caught in the same car with the same gun? That's hype shit. But this how, bro, these boys is addicts. That's some hype shit, Cam, and you know it.
Yeah, well, you know, one of the motives that they were originally trying to say was that T Grizzly killed his aunt to get control of his masters. But I don't think killing his aunt would have gave control of T Grizzly's masters to T Grizzly. If his aunt actually owed part of his masters, that would have just transferred to her kids or her husband. It wouldn't have went to T Grizzly. So like this, them trying to connect T Grizzly to it, I I'm not seeing it really. You know, I can't really tell what's going on.
Yeah, I don't see that connection being made either because if she's a smart businesswoman, like that's going to be transferred into a trust, which is her estate. And unless he had a deal with the uncle to get her out the way and he would sign the masters over to him, people need to, well, they going to investigate this, you feel me? If they look up and see.
If that was the case, I'm sure that would have came out by now.
That would have came out for sure. But it's early. And what we've been seeing things go to the state, and then we've been seeing the feds come pick things up. And hip hop police is real. And they have an initiative right now. They despise the whole drill rap thing. They despise all of that. I talked to some of them guys. I was at a security conference in Europe last month, and that's all they talking about. You feel me? These guys get to flex all of these guys get to show all these vehicles. My truck isn't even paid off. Well, they mad about that. You feel me? And we're watching it take place. First and foremost, like I said, rest in peace to that queen. You know, I don't know the situation to it, but it's the same group of guys tied to all of this same evil. So it's kind of like, I wish I can get some of them to come help me. You feel me? I wish to come do that. I'm putting it out there. You feel me? If you want to stop doing that and come do some real shit, hit me up on Instagram because I could use some more bodies. You feel me? Like pause, and then I could use some more people to help me. I mean, they already trying to attach me to murders. They were trying to throw me in jail before I left. So it's just like, man.
I hear you, bro. Well, some of the other news, man. Munna Duke and Youngin were killed downtown Chicago, north Chicago. I don't want to say downtown, but north of downtown. You know, this was kind of another one of those things where it was like, you know, they weren't even in the hood, man. They were just hanging out. It looks like somebody dropped their location and they got them, man. As a sad situation, man, I was probably one of the only people who got to interview Munna Duke.
Well, a lot of people was hurt about that one. Rest in peace, Munna Duke. You heard the backstory on that?
No. Let me hear the backstory.
So basically, they had got fronted some work, decided they wasn't gonna pay, and the fool called the hit in. That's what it boiled down to. Because right now we're seeing a resurgence of cocaine. We're seeing a resurgence of that in the city. You feel me? A lot of guys showing up, popping up with bricks. I don't know what that's about. A lot of guys popping up with fentanyl. You know, I don't know why you would want to put that poison on the same block where you live at, where your kids got to walk. I don't know why you want to do that, but that's what's going on. They owed some money. They didn't want to pay. He didn't want to pay. You feel me? I guess. I know how that goes. Sometimes, you know, guys reach a certain level of notoriety, self-belief. Oh man, motherfucker, they gonna do shit. That's not what happened though. Fool called that in, and that's what took place. And you know, that place, Pork Chop, is a death trap. That little bar, Pork Chop, is a straight death trap. And you know, one of the problems with having fame is everybody sees you, but you can't really see them. So, you know, what's a simple night to go celebrate a birthday? Man, bro, the murderers know. Them guys is gonna be where them girls is at. If they see them girls going out and they the females that's well taken care of, them guys gonna be there. And that's all it take, bro. Like one text message, one phone call. You seen what happened to Duck? And now look at that. Everybody attached to Duck's murder is gone. And that don't resonate with nobody. What was the outcome? They could have came together, sat down like real bosses, put together a plan that everybody could have got money and put the nonsense to the side. More children with no father, more households broken in shambles. Bro, the O Block 6 guys was young men, bro. they finna go sit down forever. When do the
Yeah,
cycle?
I hear you, man. I hear you. I want to ask you though, why do you say that place is like a death trap?
Cause, bro, where that place is located at, it's on a major. The entrance is on a major street. Thousands of cars pass by there all the time, and then it's kind of like in a dead zone because if somebody's standing out there, it's not like no group of houses right there with like, oh yeah, hey, you can't post right here on this block, you can't post right here. They don't got that. You feel me? That place, Pork Chop, is a death trap, bro. And it's a small capacity place. So when it's a small capacity place, it's easy to put your eyes on people, straight up and down. And they wasn't even searching to get in. They weren't even searching or doing no pat downs. That's a death trap, boy. It's like going to Red Diamond or something. And everybody know about Red Diamond. Red Diamond, real death trap. For now.
Well, you know, staying on the drill scene, but we're gonna talk about the new guys a little bit, man. Fully Chop and Little Speedy were arrested for murder. You know, these guys been doing numbers, man. They've been going crazy, man. Kind of like, making the drill scene kind of pop, man. You know, what's your thoughts on that?
How old is Fully Chop? Because he don't even got a mustache. Hold on. How old is dude? I think ain't they like preteens? They like preteens, ain't they? Fully Chop.
Let me see, man. I'm not even sure.
16? Bro. He going to jail a virgin. That's crazy as hell. I feel like we got to go back and throwing hands or something, because, bro, 16 going down for an elbow, going down for a hot one, a murder, damn.
So he was born in 2008, so he would be
17.
Okay, 17, 18.
Well, you can't even go buy a beer yet, and you going down for a murder. God damn. Had he been on any tours, anything like that? Just, or just bubbling on the net, YouTube going up?
I'm not sure.
Let me look at this.
I'm sure he's did some shows. Yep.
Fully Chop. He was on.
Then you got Bloodhound Q50, who is continuously taking shots at FBG Duck.
See, all right. When it comes to this right here, the vibe always gonna get different, bro, because phone them and hit me up like, hey, bro, what's up with motherfuckers saying Duck and Tuka name and shit like that? I'm like, man, I don't know. So I look into that situation. That's rap shit. You feel me? Because Billionaire and all, it's a million of these little rappers everywhere. So did you see? Which one of them is related to Duck? Vert?
Oh, you know what? One of them is related to Duck. I don't remember which one though.
I think it's Vert.
I remember hearing about something like that.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's Vert. Real Vert, FBG Duck. I gotta get on Unc ass for saying Real Vert is related to Duck. Facts. Yeah, that's just the culture of the city, bro. Q50 stand on business. You feel me? I understand what's going on. I gotta be careful with this topic right here because it's real smoke going on right now. You feel me? Phone them called me talking about they finna get on Unc ass for going in the interview and saying he Tuka and all this type of shit. Then this and Duck, like they ain't even know Duck. Never even met Duck before. And then that's shorty shit, really. Q50 the one taking everybody's chain, right?
I think Q50 took somebody's chain. I'd have to look it up.
He taking a lot of people's chain. Somebody called me to get a chain back from him. Somebody in Florida, I think. See if I can help get a chain back. Well, I don't know. See, people gotta be, if you ain't up on Jeff and Q50, but they the backdoor guys, but that's what they believe in. And I'm cool with Jay Boogie, you feel me? I ain't gonna, shout out Boogie from FTO, Bloodhound, shout out Jay Boogie. I'm cool, I'm cool with him. I'm gonna avoid this one right here, cause it's politics going on right now. And you know how it is in my city, bro. Like, I ain't really trying to, it's other things that ain't made the news yet, but it will make the news about what's going on. First and foremost, somebody said fully chopping them off. I don't think they understand what they finna get into. But going into the county at 16, little as hell like that, they finna be in there balling up. It ain't no switches in the county, man.
Ain't no switches in the county. Yeah, you gotta stab or fight.
Well, they too damn little, bro. 17 going up in there, it's real monsters. What they on Division 9? I'm gonna call and see where they booked at. Let me hit phone number. Fully chopped booked on a murder? Sheesh. Shit reckless out here, man. Fully chopped. Lil Speedy just got officially booked 2 days after Fully chopped. Damn. So Fully Chop got booked first and they picked up Speedy? Damn, look like somebody told. Look like somebody told. This dude is a little kid, bro. He don't have no idea what he finna get himself into. So listen to this. It say, all right, this is a shell casings were also found outside as well as inside due to Speedy and Fully Chop having a shootout, and how a phone was also found on the scene. Same phone Speedy told Queso he forgot inside his room. They say Fat Drench was there due to him admitting on live that Queso was dead around 8 a.m., but his mom only found him at 11:30 a.m. So they went online and indicted themselves. To all the young guys watching across the world, because everybody tuned in to Cam Capone News, I'm going to say this. Violence is something that needs to be in your toolbox. I agree with that. That does not mean it needs to be your identity. If you plan to get away with some of this activity, you should never, under any circumstances, have a phone on you. Under any circumstances, should you talk about it online, you shouldn't even tell your mama about it. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Because sometimes in life, bro, violence is not the answer, but sometimes it is. I understand that. I've been through it. But under no circumstances can you call yourself a stepper and you outside with a cell phone. Your ass a goofy. And you need to be out the way, you in the way, phone up. Shout out Big Dugas. And I'm gonna leave it at that right there, because, bro, that's a little guy, man. That's a little guy. And he used to having that sword. He gonna have to have a real one. He go up in there. It's real grown men in there, man. Leaving your phone on the scene is some kid shit. And this is what happened. This is what we watching take place.
All right, I'm going to switch topics real quick, and I just wanted to get into a couple little politic headlines that I seen going on. And the one I'm looking at right now is Trump approves military action against Latin American cartels classified as terrorist organizations.
Right. Now, here's going to be the tricky part with this. China was trying to put poisonous fentanyl and poisonous pills into our country. The cartels wouldn't allow it. Trump declaring war on them as terrorist organizations we may see populations of people blatantly dying from poison and drugs now. I don't think people realize the power of these cartels and organizations that operate in Mexico, along the border, and throughout the country. There are several major car dealerships that are owned by cartels. We just seen a very popular Mexican rapper get indicted and arrested for laundering money for some of these cartels. There are several secret organizations that operate throughout the United States of America, and one of them is the post office. I'm not gonna say too much on that, but everybody who watched this needs to investigate that. To say that our military is gonna be powerful enough to just sweep these people under the rug, can't say that. Due to the fact that right now, we have surface to air missiles that were smuggled in the country from Iran to Mexico to the United States on the soil. They can't track them down. If you feel like these billion-dollar organizations that they call cartels that are being protected by governments and people in power, if you feel like they haven't planned for this day, you are severely misled.
So this right here, this will give Trump the power to go in there, like if they find a house and this house is like selling drugs or it's making drugs or having anything to do with these cartels, they're just going to be able to bomb it, kind of like they do in the Middle East, like when it comes to terrorists. I mean, that's exactly what it's giving them the power to do.
Shout out to Cam, because we spoke on certain topics like this previously. People like it a lot. There are houses on that Laredo, Texas border that are owned by cartels. If we see one of those in a maritime action get struck by a drone strike, that'll be the first time in history we've seen a drone strike take place on American soil. That'll be monumental.
I don't think he's going to do it on American soil, though. I think it's going to be more like, he does it in Mexico and, places outside of America. But, I mean, it is Trump, so you never know.
It's Trump.
You know what I'm saying? You can't put nothing past him. But if he bombed on American soil, that would really scare a lot of people.
That will. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. One of the tactics that they use to instill terror in Mexico are mass shooting events. And, all of the 50 cal rifles that they have come from here. We may see mass shooting events take place simply because, bro, these people, there's one town in Mexico where 30,000 men are missing. 30,000 men have been pretty much wiped off the face of the earth. Now, I'm finna give you some insight people don't know about. I've been down to Mexico. I've been in Sinaloa, Michoacan. I've been in certain areas investigating trafficking. Now, peep this. In some of these locations, you pull up on these shrines. They have these shrines that they pray to. They make these deals with these entities. One of the rituals that they do is, shout out Quantum King, they fill up a barrel, set it on fire out in the middle of nowhere, Cam. They take their hand, burn it on the side of the barrel till it's bleeding, and then they drop the blood over into the fire. They make a pact with certain demonic saints, basically. And they believe that in order to keep them alive and to be prosperous, they have to continue to bring lives. They have to continue to murder. Now, to join, after you do this, you have to murder somebody that's very close to you. They pray to deities. They have these big shrines set up. We ran into a guy who had a rosary made out of human teeth. these people aren't just operating based off money and power. They believe that they have a right by praying to these saints, these narco saints. This is the type of evil that's taking place. Our country deciding to take them up as terrorist groups. They know the land, they know the area. They have the same technology. They were doing surveillance and kidnapping DEA agents that were operating in Mexico. There's a program that the Israelis made to hack phones. They got it. The counter surveillance that they do, El Metro's group has the same armored vehicles, the same technology that any military will have. You know, this is not just gonna be a sweep. We might see some crazy things take place, because when you land at certain airports in Mexico, the cartels have their own cell tower. So they're able to monitor that. They know who's coming in, who's coming out. They also have built several tunnels. There's a location in Arizona where, you know, you pay a certain amount of money, you can traverse through a tunnel and come out on the other side on American soil. They charge a lot of money for that. It's no coincidence that we see a lot of these cartel chiefs and captains get arrested on American soil, right or wrong.
I hear you.
So, you know, that's concerning. That's very concerning to me. In order to instill terror, they're gonna use the same methodology that they use in Mexico. And we may see that happen on American soil. I was told they brought special forces involved into this. I mean, that's the right group to do it, but there will be responses to anything that takes place. And I feel like our people need to be alert and aware of that for sure. For sure. Because I'm gonna say something else people don't know about. During COVID, they produced mass amounts of cocaine that they weren't able to really sell all of it. So right now, you know, $7,000-8,000, you can get a brick. We seen one of the guys attached, I think he was an O-Block dude, a shipment of cocaine got stopped on a train that was allegedly his. So I'm literally watching guys like, damn man, how are you getting bricks? This is because they know what's going on, and it's a fire sale right now. This is all connected to the Chinese as well though. Got to keep that in mind, because China has been running a program to destabilize our country. The cartels were a line of defense for us, for not allowing poisonous shipments to come through. We may see those things come through now. So everybody needs to be on high alert. Situational awareness needs to be at its highest level for sure.
All right, now, you know, Big Meech has had a lot of problems going on. You know, he's been accused of being a snitch. 50 Cent came out, put him on blast. You know, it was, you know, a really crazy story. But Little Meech now is being accused of snitching. Him and his friend get pulled over, and I guess the friend is asleep, so they start to get pulled over. Little Meech starts throwing the guns and the drugs on his homie. You know, the homie wakes up, they pull him out of the car, and at one point they approach Little Meech, and they're like, yeah, we found some guns, you know, but that's no big deal. We're in Florida, so it's not a big deal. You can have guns.
Right.
But, you know, Little Meech opens his mouth and goes, well, did you find the other stuff? Referring to the drugs. So now at this point, the cops are like, oh, there's other stuff? So they go back, start searching the car, and they find the drugs. But, you know, the guns and the drugs together is now a crime. And now this dude got to go do a couple years in the feds, man, because Little Meech, you know, couldn't keep his mouth shut.
I seen that footage of him asking the cops if they found the other stuff. So some of my guys that I work with went to high school with him. They say he always had money. They say he was never ever in the street. I feel like he thinks that he's this crime boss and that everybody to take the weight for him. This boils back down to the point we made earlier. Stop doing illegal shit with people who aren't living that lifestyle, man. Asking the police did you find the other stuff is crazy. That's crazy, bro. I can't believe that one. That's wild work. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him about it either, probably. Ain't nobody gonna slap him or nothing. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. Meech ain't never been in the street, bro. If it wasn't for 50 Cent reaching for him, paying for him to go to acting school and all of that, we not seeing no little Meech. He's who he is because he looked like his dad. You feel me? I ain't never seen the show BMF, but I say he allegedly did a good job on the show. He need to stick to being an actor, bro. And like people around him, like, bro, is the clout that worth it to hang with the famous dude? And then got to go do time for it? Come on, bro, clown shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the purpose of that? I'm not getting in the car with no square, bro. And we on demon time. I'm not gonna do it. I'll catch y'all later. You feel me? Whenever you see dudes spending a whole bunch of money on clothes like that, you automatically know what's important to them. Their image and how they look. They don't give a f about you, what happens to you, or nothing. That's like me and you being in the car. I pull up to your spot for an interview. I say, man, Karen, bro, just take me to a restaurant. I hop in the Benz, we slide, and 12 get on us, and I throw all my shit in the car, in the seat with you. That's cool?
Hell no, that ain't cool, bro. Hell no, you gotta take responsibility for your own shit.
Take your weight. You supposed to take your weight, bro. Point blank, period. But he wouldn't know that. You feel me? Well, I'm pretty sure he never even had a fist fight before.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure he never even had a fist fight before, bro. Because if he did, somebody would be on the, yeah, man, I beat Lil Meech ass, and this, somebody would have came out and said it. We not seeing nobody say anything. He looked like a guy who was living a comfortable life his whole life, and he got thrust into media fame, and he getting up. That footage of him having that gun at the airport was crazy. You saw that?
Yeah, I did. That was definitely crazy.
Lil Meech, stay out the streets, bro. And anybody kicking it around him, bro, don't do nothing with food, bro. Like, he don't have no history for none of that. That's not what he do. The man's an actor. The man is an actor, bro. Like, the streets is just in shambles. Ain't no way in hell I'm getting in the car with him with anything. Folk now, watch out. Shout out to the Goulas.
So after this news broke, Little Meech posted a picture with his dad saying, "Hear no evil, speak no evil. Salt only kills snails, not made men."
Made men? What? He not a made man. Like, how is he saying he a made man? He never sold a brick, never went on a hit, he never called no shots for nothing. So how is he saying he a made man? I don't understand that. That don't make no sense. This whole made men thing, I know real made men. I've been out to dinner with them. You know, I know how they move around. They're not moving like that. Point blank, period. Because a lot of this gangster shit is just emulating the Italians in movies. Like, not the actual culture. Like, the problem is with this culture, it's about a bunch of movie shit that people are trying to translate into real life. It don't work like that. At all. Got to be more careful. You seen that footage? You seen what Tony Ayo said about how Big Meech was mad at Lil Baby because Lil Baby ain't give him no money when he saw him?
I seen that. Yeah, that was crazy.
What's your opinion on that? How do you feel entitled to this man's money? Y'all 20 at least 30 years apart from each other.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, man. From what I've been told behind the scenes, Big Meech, like, he got an ego, bro.
And you could tell.
Like, there's a lot of, falling out behind the scenes that we don't know about that happened between him and 50. Like Meech came home trying to call shots, like trying to tell 50 what to do. Like he was gonna show up at the next BMF season and he was gonna make the shit the way he wanted to make it.
But he don't own the rights. He don't own the rights.
Right. So there was a lot of that type of shit going on. And 50 wasn't feeling it.
It ain't no way you supposed to go stand next to Ross and you got this deal with 50. You ain't not supposed to do that. And then Meech say, oh, it was just some money to pay his bills. And he say, Ross, bro, and it just go to show that they feel like everybody's beneath them and everybody owes them something. That's the way Meech carrying, Lil Meech carrying it, because hold on, bro. He's not even a convicted felon. What you so scared of? A lot of these street guys and all of these so-called street legends is just clowns. Facts that led all of their people on a path of destruction. And Lil Meech is on the same shit. They tricked us. They definitely tricked me. I wanted to be the biggest gangster there was. I said, wait a second. But when I walked in the court one time and I seen my lawyer hug the prosecutor, I say, hold on. So that's why I make sure I keep a lady lawyer at all times now. Shout out my current lawyer though for the Diddy shit, Ed Zappia. Shout out Ed, he's standing on business. And I don't know, and Drewski, what's up with you, bro? Why you carrying this case on, man? Why is Drewski, why you filing all these extra motions to drag this case on? So now they trying to say that Drewski indeed was at this location when they was finna throw the case out. Clown shit. There's a lot of clown shit going on, bro. Like foolishness. This just go to show, bro, all that street shit is a myth. Fold them. Watch out with all. I don't want to hear that shit on the gas. My belief system is my belief system, but all that other, no, I'm not trying to hear it. Watch out. That shit is a scam, bro, Gray. Because all my homies who wasn't living like us, no bullets in them. You feel me? They friends still alive. You feel me? Mine still going to jail, still getting killed. You feel me? Well, that shit is lame. All of that street shit is lame to me. Folding them graves. You either gonna be a real gangster or you gonna be a goofy. At the end of the day, all that made man shit. How is you a made man? You on here telling on for nothing. You didn't even, they was finna get away. Did you find the other stuff? That's like some CI shit to me. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Well, top 5, who's known for, riding with Drake and, they call him Drake's top goon. He's over in the UK. He's making a video saying UK ain't got no killers. And then later that night, he gets stabbed in the neck, man. I mean, I seen the picture of the staples in his neck. Crazy, bro.
Bro.
Like, I don't know how he lived through that, man. He lucky to be alive, for sure.
Shout out to the UK. Shout out to the Navy. Shout out my boy Preem. Shout out Novelist. Big Nov never had no job. Shout out Novelist. Shout out my homegirl T Siddiqui. Bro, it's real in the UK. It's real in the UK, bro. Like, they got all of the same weapons that we got. They just can't show that shit or it's gonna be a raid the same day. Them boys really play with knives. They ordering their knives off Amazon. I was out there for a month straight, about to go back. Shout out to the Navy, boy. Shout out to them real members. Shout out to all them guys moving in Bromley. You feel me? Shout out to my boy Tally Up Tick. Shout out Ticks. Shower man. You feel me? Cause bro, it's real out there for sure. That dude top 5 is the biggest moron I've probably ever seen. He's the biggest, he's the definition of a creative player to me, bro. Cause like, and that's not Drake's top goon. That's like Drake's top. That's Drake's drill rapper dude. That is not Drake's top goon. Drake got real goons around him. He's not one of them for sure. All of that faking the ankle bracelet, like he made that video, got his homie shot up. Then they come out and say, yeah, he wasn't on house arrest. He faked all of that for streams. That's lame, bro. Them boys in the UK will cut your head off. Oh no. I was out there moving like the president, bro, because like when I got there, I got embraced so much. They like, look, be careful. Cause out there, cause look, our actual shooters and murderers are two different things. A shooter, his only method of violence is gonna be that gun. A murderer is gonna use knife, gun, poison, choke you, a lot of different ways. That cut on his neck, boy, he lucky to be alive, bro. When I had to shoot through the door that day, and dude got hit in the neck, that blood shot up, I'll never forget that. I know with that artery in that neck, that artery right there in your neck, boy, the blood was shooting out like a fountain, like the fire hydrant. So he blessed, but the way he moving around, bro, like he don't even move tactical. Like top 5, you're an idiot, bro. For straight up, you're a straight idiot. Going out there playing with them boys, bro. The history out there is serious. Them boys are serious out there. Some London gangsters for sure. I got a lot of respect for that area. Shout out to the guys, no. Hell no, he's an idiot. I don't even know why he would go out there playing like that. Them boys carrying machetes, Cam, and they know how to work them for sure. Hell no. Top 5, you're a moron. They gonna patch up one day.
Well, Blueface has been going viral. And he recently put out some recent pictures from prison. And in this photo, you know, they got like, you know, the dude that Blueface is with, people are saying that he looks like he's zesty. You know, I mean, one of the comments that they're saying is, I know a prison wife when I see one. You know, it's kind of crazy, man, how hard they've been going on. There's a reel out there they made about it that I think got like over 1 million views. So it's been going viral. Let me show you the
Blueface is only going through this because how much people hate whack, bro. Yeah, I seen that. Like, Blueface. Bro, they say they read a background check on him in there and they checked out, bro. You feel me? Like, you know, I feel bad for Blueface because he had the toxic chick Krishan with him. That was a bad move. You see how the baby looked, you feel me? Like, when you get to a position of power, of fame, when you got some money, you gotta protect that. You feel me? And you gotta keep people around you that aren't gonna be a liability. He was surrounded by people that were liabilities and he got the short end of the stick. People hate Wack so much, they hate on him. You feel me? He in there trying to do his time and all these accusations coming out, people saying, yeah, they tattooing on Blueface's face without his permission, all type of crazy shit like that. From what I heard about it, they say Blueface doing this time, they say he on a 50-50 yard, you know, he trying to get back. The hatred people got for Wack is why they doing that to him. Blueface ain't up in there he ain't nobody girlfriend up in there, man. Because his set is serious, bro. Like the schoolyard is for real, because he got a DP for doing some little alleged zesty shit on the Instagram before. And he had to go to the hood and fight. You think he finna do that up in there? Where they can really, what? Somebody put a blade on him and take his life? No, man. Blueface ain't no dumb dude. Free Blueface, man. You hear that right here? Blueface is not nobody's wife up in the jail, man. Yeah. That shit terrible. How much
You
more
think
time
that's
you got?
just the internet going crazy?
Bro, the internet definitely going crazy because, bro, people hate whack. See, oh, you don't be reading the comments because you a busy dude. You've been doing this shit a minute. There's no interest to you. But, bro, look at the comments, bro. Like, the hatred that people got for him is trickling over to Blueface. Well, because Blueface ain't did shit to nobody.
All right, now, Diddy, he beat most of his charges. He beat the most serious charges. He beat the RICO, and he also beat the sex trafficking. He got convicted of some prostitution stuff, which he's still looking at 10 years. You know, so I know you had a couple interactions with Diddy throughout your time as bodyguard. Now, a lot of people try to say, BH said he bodyguarded for Diddy, but you've actually never said that. That's a big, huge misconception. But, you know, what was your thoughts on the whole Diddy trial situation?
My thoughts are is this. I paid very close attention to it. When I seen the guy, the basketball player who was a drug mule for him, when he got arrested on a private jet, that case just disappeared. You remember that?
Yep.
Then we saw the guy Jeffries from Abercrombie get arrested and indicted on the same charges. They said he was incompetent to stand trial. His case has also been dissolved. Once I saw that, I knew the fix was in. I knew it'd probably be best for me to branch out and go do some other things because the conspiracy is real. Once I seen those two events take place, here we go with this same bullshit. The same thing they did with Weinstein. He gonna get a slap on the wrist. He'll be out soon. Like I said on Piers Morgan, I expected him to get off on most of the major charges. At the end of the day, he paid Cassie $30 million. Innocence don't cost that much. Point blank, period. And a lot of these celebrity guys don't like to pay people. That's why we see Smokey Robinson going through a similar situation right now. They make these promises, people get naked for them, they don't want to pay. Once the guy Jeffries got off, I knew Diddy was not going to be forced to cooperate because he got protection. And this is very clear. It's clear cut. You know, the things he's been convicted for, the evidence was there. At the end of the day, he thought he was bigger than the program. Once he sued the liquor company and I seen him transfer the ownership of Revolt, he had prior knowledge this was coming because he was arrested with cocaine, Tusi, ketamine. That's not brought up in the charges list. And what happened to all of the defaced firearms he was locked up with? He got found with. What happened to all of that? Magically gone. Just like with the guy Epstein, he was in jail years ago for the exact same charges that he's got now. Why lock him up now? And then we haven't seen an autopsy. They put out edited footage and he's magically gone. It's the same thing, bro, over and over and over when it comes to this. What about the victims? People don't seem to care too much, but I do. At the end of the day, when you're watching these situations, magically, people disappear, charges disappear, nobody ever speaks on it. The man was caught with several defaced firearms. Why do we don't see no firearms charges, Cam?
Man, I don't think he got charged with that stuff. That's crazy.
They showed the footage in his hotel room of the drugs on his nightstand. He don't get charged with that. The drug mule who got locked up on the private jet transporting drugs for him, he's completely gone. And that ain't suspicious to nobody. I haven't been wrong about anything. Everything I called out, I was facts. And it's gonna continue to be facts, you feel me? And I gotta thank you again because ever since that first interview that hit 1 million, that has set me across the whole world, you feel me? And, you know, I feel like a lot of people have been saying that ever since you came out, we see a lot of attention being brought to trafficking, a lot of arrests. And I feel like we all did that together, you feel me? So, you know, my purpose for coming forward, I feel like it's been completed and it's opened up the door to the next wave because it's definitely a lot more activity coming from me, for sure, for sure.
You know, I seen that Kevin Gates DM'd somebody or somebody you know. I think it was maybe over some of them comments you said about Kevin Gates. What happened with all that?
Yeah, so man, shout out my homie Rico Bands. So I was moving around with bro. He like a big brother to me. Moving around with him in Arizona. He took me through the whole circuit down there. The radio station had me hosting, selling out events, which was crazy for me to see. Him and Gates was close. And apparently people from that side was hitting him up, say, man, be careful with him and all of these type of things. But at the end of the day, you know, Rico said, man, me dealing with you, you've been nothing but solid. You feel me? And he was facing scrutiny for moving around with me and embracing me. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm only telling what I saw from my perspective and my point of view, which is the whole truth. So yeah, it's been a whole lot of bullshit through back channels, people upset, but ain't nobody confronting me about it, bro. That's a fact. So yeah, that's a real situation. You feel me? People see me and Rico together, they calling them. You feel me? They calling them mad. But at the end of the day, bro, I keep my receipts on me. You feel me? So I get the love I get for a reason, for sure. That's real shit though. But I mean, you know, people gotta live their truth, man. Shout out Gates. I'm just telling my perspective on things, bro. Greg. I'll be pissing off a lot of people, but I mean, what Cartel Bo say? He said, "Let's just see outside, man. For sure, it is what it is."
What do you think about Trump possibly pardoning Diddy?
Not gonna happen. Trump is a very proud person, and he came out and said, yeah, Diddy had really nasty things to say. But, you know, at the end of the day, Diddy was aligned with the deep state Democrats. That is Trump's mortal enemy. There's no way he gonna get due to pardon. Remember when Diddy did the whole vote or die thing when he had the mohawk?
Yep.
That was for the Democrats, boy. They don't forget that. And he was a donator to Obama and them. They don't forget about that, man. He not getting no pardon, for sure, for sure. Not gonna be able to do it.
Damn.
Not gonna happen,
I don't, man. You know, 50 Cent going hard against him getting a pardon. You know, he keeps trying to bring up some of the old stuff he said about Trump. But, you know, I mean, Trump, I don't know if Trump just teasing him because of the stuff that he says. So Trump like, well, I'm going to think about pardoning him. Maybe I'll pardon him. You know, just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like messing with Diddy because of the stuff that Diddy said about him in the past. Or, I don't know. You know, they did have somewhat of a friendship back in the day.
But that's a fact. And, you know, Trump doing his media spin on things. He like being relevant, you know. He like having his name come up. That's probably the most mentioned president in rap songs ever in history. So, you know, he got his connections to the hip hop industry and he said out his mouth, he said, yeah, well, he had pretty nasty things to say about me. And he seems to take things like that personal. So, you know, I don't see it happening. I don't see that. I don't care nothing about the Zest Monster at all. You feel me? I don't got nothing nice to say about him. Never will. For now. Protect women and children. I'm standing on that.
You know what trips me out though is even though Diddy got found innocent, even if he wasn't out there raping women, you know, which I'm not totally convinced he didn't do any of that. But let's just say he wasn't. Like we found out, like he is a horrible person.
He is.
Like he's not somebody who I would ever want to be friends with. Like
no.
He beat Cassie. I don't even know how many times he beat the living crap out of her. Like this dude, like I can't believe people are still like defending him, bro. Like
crazy.
Okay, it's a domestic violence case, bro. Did you see all the domestic violence?
Bro,
Like who would be friends with this guy? But like, that's crazy.
A lot of people that we know, Cam, is really evil at heart, bro. And this is the proof. Because, bro, I'm not kicking it with no man. The Punisher said, when he's standing over Cassie after receiving fellatio, he ejaculated on Diddy and Cassie. That ain't crazy to nobody?
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, yeah, that's crazy to people, but, you know, that's not against the law, bro. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, that's just Diddy being Diddy, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about, I don't care about the gay stuff, bro. He wants to be gay, bro. That's cool. He can do his thing, bro. That type of stuff, man, I don't care, bro. I care about the beating of the women and that type of stuff.
Man, I seen a dude say he didn't really kick her, he just almost stepped on her. Dude, watch out. Dudes like that, when I see him, I'm slapping them, bro, Greg, because it's just no excuse for that. And everybody tried to attack Cassie. But at the end of the day, bro, they don't understand, they're not familiar with psychology. A trauma bond is something that is real. This is why I don't take retrieval calls no more for pimps and hoes and street walking. Because, bro, you will get out there and you trying to help this person, they'll mace you for the pimp. That's what that is. That's a trauma bond. People need to really research what that is, because at the end of the day, if you spend all of this money on somebody to be your wife, you should probably treat them a lot better than that. You shouldn't be on CNN kicking her, stomping her, and dragging her across the goddamn floor. And this dude's a cheap asshole because, like I said in a previous Cam Capone interview, whenever I take a client to a hotel, I'm going to get in contact with the head of security. He did the same thing. He gave a dude 30 grand for that video, and then think he going to get the master copy? No. Then dude got 500,000 from CNN. If he would have dropped the bag, this footage never comes out. He's known for ripping people off, lowballing people, pause, and this is the outcome of it. Anybody defending dude, you a piece of garbage. And I said it, phone now. And you can get up with me. And
I hear that.
And I'm not running from nobody. I be seeing people and they go, he ran. I'm not running from nobody, bro. I'm out here fulfilling my purpose, what I'm supposed to do. We see a lot of people who show up on the internet, they here today and gone tomorrow. This 12 months, we ain't never seen a 12-month run like this, ever. And it started right here on Gab Capone, phone now. We international, Cam. Got him. Gab Capone News, live from Nairobi, Kenya, Jack. For sure, we out here working. Shout out LNN, shout out Lennon Googie for putting us in the situation to get this done. We worked hard to get this one done, Cam.
Well, that's what it is, bro, man. I appreciate you, BH. You know, it's always a dope interview when we link up, man.
Yes, sir, brother, yes. And I'm probably gonna be the only person, I think I only got 2 videos on your channel that's not over 100K. Facts.
Okay, there's a lot. Yeah, you got some big numbers, you know what I'm saying? Especially like the 607 Unk stuff. That stuff went crazy, yeah.
Yeah, you finna see me with Unc again, because I got to talk to him about steady saying Tuka name. He got the guys mad as hell about that shit. So I gotta sit down with him very soon.
That's what it is. I got some other stuff too when you get back.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to pull up on you too.
There you go. We ain't did anything in person since what, like was it the second interview was in person?
Yep, the second one.
No.
Third.
Okay, the first one, right? It was the first one, and then we did virtual. And then I was in Vegas.
Yep. At the New Yorker for sure.
Yeah, I was at Vegas, man, and we linked up. I think that was the last time.
Yes, sir.
That's probably about a year ago or something. Yeah.
This month, this 12 months officially.
Man, it's been one hell of a run, man. You've been killing it for sure.
Big salute to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. We made a change in the world for sure, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we're gonna continue.
Absolutely, sure. You already know. And I'm lining up some crazy content and artists that you're gonna be able to Cause bro, the people out here, they support, bro. You feel me? Cause the interviews I did out here, all over 300K fast. So I'm trying to bring that international wave to your platform, man. You did a lot for me, my gas, my cause, my purpose. My mama be asking about you for sure. For sure. Appreciate you as always, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Let's get it.
Shoo.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.